personal, exclusive.
For tickets and showtimes, visit fathomevents.com.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on TCM. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. In 1953, a California jury found Barbara Graham guilty of murder. 2 years later, in June of 1955, her appeals having failed, Graham, then 32 years old, was executed in the gas chamber at San Quentin. There's no arguing that Graham was a career criminal. She was a drug addict, guilty of prostitution and forgery, among other crimes. But was she a murderer? Should she have been on death row? The makers of our next film took a straightforward position. No, she should not have been on death row. The film's an adaptation of the dramatic events surrounding Graham's alleged crime, her trial, the sentence, and her appeals. From 1958, Susan Hayward delivers an Oscar-winning performance in I Want to Live. The screenplay is based on Barbara Graham's letters, as well as newspaper articles by reporter Ed Montgomery, played by Simon Oakland in the movie. Producer Walter Wanger demanded as much realism as possible. He insisted the screenplay, co-written by my uncle Don Mankiewicz and Nelson Gidding, get what facts were clear as straight as possible, and was convinced no actress could give a more honest portrayal of Barbara Graham than Susan Hayward. But when Wanger approached Hayward about making I Want to Live, she turned him down. Hayward was freshly married to a businessman, and she was settled into a happy home life in a small Georgia town. As far as Hayward was concerned, she was essentially retired. But Wanger had been instrumental in making Hayward a star, casting her in her breakthrough film, 1947's Smash Up, the story of a woman. So Hayward heard Wanger out, and as she learned more about Barbara Graham's life, Hayward changed her mind. Her husband was supportive, and it certainly didn't hurt that Wanger offered her 37.5% of the movie's profits. Not only did Hayward get a nice payday for her performance, she got an Oscar as well. This was the last of Hayward's 5 Oscar nominations for Best Actress. It was her only win. From director Robert Wise in 1958, here's Susan Hayward in I Want to Live.